God's message today. When you feel stuck in life, divine breakthrough for your stagnant season. My beloved child, come close to me in this moment. I need you to hear something that will shatter the invisible walls that have been holding you captive. You have been living in a place that feels like a prison without bars. A place where every day looks the same as the last. A place where dreams feel distant and progress feels impossible. A place where you wake up each morning wondering if anything will ever change. I see you trapped in patterns that seem unbreakable. I see you going through the motions of life without the motion of life flowing through you. I see you feeling like you are running in place, expending energy but gaining no ground. You look around at others who seem to be moving forward while you remain stationary. You watch as opportunities pass you by, as seasons change around you, as time marches on while you feel frozen in place. But today I am going to show you that what looks like a dead end is actually a setup for a breakthrough. What feels like stagnation is actually preparation. What appears to be a prison is actually a cocoon. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel the air entering your lungs. This breath is the same breath that spoke galaxies into existence. This breath carries within it the power to breathe life into every dead situation in your life. I want you to prepare your heart for what I am about to reveal. The enemy has convinced you that being stuck is permanent, that your current situation is your final destination. But I am about to show you that every place of stuckness in your life is actually a launching pad for something greater. You are not stuck because you are weak. You are not stagnant because you are broken. You are not trapped because you are worthless. You are in a season of preparation, and I am about to show you how to break through every barrier that has been holding you back. Listen carefully, because your breakthrough depends on understanding what I am about to tell you about the divine purpose behind your seasons of stuckness. I see the many different ways that stuckness has manifested in your life, and I want you to know that I understand the frustration, the hopelessness, and the exhaustion that comes with feeling trapped in circumstances that never seem to change. Some of you feel stuck in your career. I see you going to the same job every day, doing the same tasks, feeling like you are wasting your talents and potential. You dream of something different, something more meaningful. But every door you try to open seems locked. You send out resumes that disappear into the void. You interview for positions that go to someone else. You feel qualified but overlooked, capable but unused. Others of you feel stuck in your relationships. I see you in marriages that have lost their spark, friendships that have grown stale, family dynamics that never change despite your best efforts. You feel like you are having the same conversations, facing the same conflicts, dealing with the same unresolved issues year after year. You want deeper connection, but encounter the same surface-level interactions. You desire growth, but meet the same resistance. Many of you feel stuck in your personal growth. I see you reading the same self-help books, attending the same seminars, making the same resolutions that you break within weeks. You recognize patterns in your behavior that you want to change, but you find yourself repeating the same mistakes, falling into the same traps, struggling with the same weaknesses. You feel like you should be further along by now, more mature, more healed, more whole. Some of you feel stuck in your finances. I see you living paycheck to paycheck, unable to get ahead no matter how hard you work. You pay off one debt only to incur another. You save a little money only to have an emergency wipe it out. You feel like you are on a financial treadmill, working harder and harder, but never actually moving forward toward your goals. Others feel stuck in their health. I see you dealing with chronic conditions that limit your energy and your options. You try different treatments, different diets, different exercise routines, but nothing seems to create lasting change. You feel trapped in a body that does not cooperate with your desires, limited by physical constraints that affect every area of your life. Many of you feel stuck in your spiritual journey. I see you going through the motions of faith without feeling the movement of my spirit. You pray the same prayers, read the same passages, attend the same services, but you feel distant from me, disconnected from purpose, uncertain about your calling. You want to grow closer to me, but feel like there is an invisible barrier preventing deeper intimacy. Some of you feel stuck in your living situation. I see you in homes that do not reflect who you are becoming, in neighborhoods that do not support your growth, in cities that feel too small for your dreams. You want to move, but cannot afford to. You want to change your environment, but feel trapped by circumstances beyond your control. This stuckness affects every dimension of your being. Emotionally, you experience a complex mix of frustration, hopelessness, and numbness. The frustration comes from wanting change, but not seeing it happen. The hopelessness comes from repeated attempts that end in disappointment. The numbness comes from protecting yourself from the pain of unfulfilled expectations. You feel like you are living in black and white, while everyone else is experiencing life in full color. You go through the motions of daily life, but there is no joy in the routine, no excitement about the future, no sense that you are moving towards something meaningful. Mentally, this stuckness creates a fog that makes it difficult to think clearly about solutions. You feel overwhelmed by the complexity of your situation, paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice, and exhausted by the mental energy required to keep hoping for change that never comes. You second-guess every decision, wondering if you are missing something obvious, if there is a key to breakthrough that you haven't discovered. You analyze your situation from every angle, but cannot find the path forward that leads to lasting change. Physically, this stuckness shows up in your body as tension, fatigue, and restlessness. You feel the weight of unfulfilled potential in your shoulders, the exhaustion of repeated effort without progress in your bones, and the restless energy of dreams deferred in your nervous system. But you may experience sleep disturbances as your mind races through possible solutions, digestive issues as stress affects your body's ability to process properly, and a general sense of malaise that comes from living below your potential for extended periods. Relationally, feeling stuck affects your ability to connect authentically with others. You may withdraw from relationships because you feel ashamed of your lack of progress, or you may become overly focused on others' success because it highlights your own perceived failures. You find it difficult to celebrate others' breakthroughs when you feel trapped in your own stagnation. You may become cynical about change, skeptical about others' success stories, and protective of your heart against further disappointment. Spiritually, being stuck creates complex questions about my will, my timing, and my goodness. You wonder if I have forgotten you, if I am punishing you for past mistakes, if I am testing you beyond your capacity to endure. You question whether the desires in your heart are from me or from your own selfish ambition. You may feel guilty for wanting change, thinking that contentment means accepting your current situation without desire for something different. Or you may feel angry at me for not answering your prayers for breakthrough in the way you expected or in the timeline you desired. My precious child, I see how this season of stuckness has worn you down, how it has affected your faith, your hope, and your ability to dream. I see how you have begun to settle for less than what I have planned for you, how you have started to believe that your current situation is your permanent destination. But I am here to tell you that what you perceive as stuckness is not abandonment. It is not punishment. It is not evidence that you are broken or that I have forgotten you. It is preparation for breakthrough that will be so significant that you needed this season of strengthening to be able to handle what is coming. Beloved, I need you to understand something crucial about the seasons of stuckness in your life. They are not accidents, interruptions, or punishments. They are divine appointments, strategic preparations, and sacred incubations for the breakthrough that is coming. When you feel stuck, you are actually in one of the most important seasons of your spiritual development. You are in what I call a wilderness season, a time when external circumstances seem unchanging, but internal transformations is happening at the deepest levels. Remember the children of Israel in the wilderness. From their perspective, they were wandering aimlessly for 40 years, going in circles, making no progress toward the promised land. But from my perspective, I was transforming a generation of slaves into a nation of warriors. I was taking people who had lived their entire lives in bondage and preparing them to possess their inheritance. The wilderness was not punishment for their past. It was preparation for their future. Every day that seemed repetitive and meaningless was actually building character, developing faith, and creating the internal capacity to handle the external blessing that was coming. In the same way, your season of stuckness is not a detour from your destiny. It is the very path that leads to your destiny. What looks like delay is actually development. What feels like stagnation is actually strengthening. What appears to be going nowhere is actually going somewhere very specific. Let me tell you about the process of metamorphosis. When a caterpillar enters its cocoon, it appears to be stuck, trapped, going nowhere. But inside that cocoon, the most incredible transformation is taking place. The caterpillar is literally dissolving, breaking down at the cellular level, and being reformed into something completely different. During this process, if you were to cut open the cocoon to help the caterpillar, you would actually destroy it. The pressure, the confinement, the apparent stuckness, these are all necessary for the transformation to occur. The butterfly emerges, not despite the cocoon, but because of it. You are in your cocoon season right now. What feels like confinement is actually the sacred space where your transformation is taking place. The pressure you feel is not meant to crush you, but to reshape you. The apparent lack of progress is actually the most significant progress of your life, happening at levels you cannot see. Throughout Scripture, I consistently used seasons of apparent stuckness to prepare my people for breakthrough. Joseph was stuck in prison for years before becoming second in command of Egypt. Moses was stuck in the wilderness for 40 years before leading the Exodus. David was stuck hiding in caves for years before becoming king. In each case, the period of stuckness was not wasted time. It was preparation time. Joseph learned administration and leadership in prison. Moses learned dependence on me in the wilderness. David learned to trust my protection in the caves. The very skills and character they needed for their destiny were developed during their seasons of feeling stuck. I want you to understand that breakthrough is not about changing your external circumstances first. True breakthrough begins with internal transformation that then creates external change. Most people want to change their situation without changing themselves, but lasting breakthrough requires becoming the person who can handle the life you are asking for. This is why I sometimes keep you in seasons of stuckness longer than you would choose. I am not being cruel or forgetful. I am being thorough. I am making sure that when breakthrough comes, you are ready to receive it, steward it, and sustain it. Consider the story of the Israelites at the Red Sea. They were literally stuck. The sea in front of them, the Egyptian army behind them, mountains on both sides. From every human perspective, they were trapped with no way out. But I was about to demonstrate that when you are stuck in the natural, you are positioned for the supernatural. The very place where they felt most trapped became the place of their greatest miracle. The Red Sea that appeared to be their obstacle became their pathway to freedom. The impossible situation became the stage for my power to be displayed in a way that would be remembered for generations. Your place of stuckness is your Red Sea moment. The very area where you feel most trapped is where I am preparing to do something miraculous. The situation that seems most impossible is where my power will be most clearly demonstrated. But notice that even after the miracle at the Red Sea, the Israelites still had to walk through the wilderness. The breakthrough did not eliminate the journey. It changed the nature of the journey. They were no longer slaves running from bondage. They were free people walking toward their inheritance. Your breakthrough will not eliminate all challenges from your life, but it will change your relationship to those challenges. You will no longer be a victim of your circumstances, but a victor over them. You will no longer be stuck in your situation, but moving through it with purpose and power. I also want you to understand that stuckness often occurs right before significant breakthrough, because the enemy recognizes that you are about to enter a new level of your destiny. He increases resistance because he knows that breakthrough is imminent. What feels like increased opposition is actually confirmation that you are closer to breakthrough than you realize. Think about a woman in labor. The most intense contractions happen right before the birth. The pain does not mean something is wrong. It means something is about to be born. The intensity is not a sign of failure, but a sign of imminent delivery. Your season of feeling stuck may be intensifying because you are about to give birth to something new in your life. The pressure you feel is not meant to stop you, but to push you into your next season. The discomfort is not punishment, but preparation for the joy that is coming. Remember that my timing is perfect, even when it does not align with your timeline. I see the end from the beginning. I know exactly when you will be ready for what I have prepared for you. I know exactly when circumstances will align for your breakthrough. I know exactly when the door will open that no one can shut. Your job is not to figure out the timing, but to trust the process. Your role is not to force the breakthrough, but to prepare for it. Your responsibility is not to make it happen, but to be ready when it happens. This season of stuckness is not evidence that I have forgotten you. It is evidence that I am preparing you for something so significant that you need this time of strengthening to be able to handle it. The longer the preparation, the greater the breakthrough that is coming. Now, let me teach you 7 powerful truths about breakthrough that will transform how you view your current season of stuckness and position you to receive everything I have prepared for you. First truth: breakthrough is not about changing your circumstances. It is about changing your perspective. Most people believe that breakthrough means their external situation changes first, and then they feel different. But true breakthrough begins with an internal shift in how you see your situation, which then creates the energy and wisdom so needed to change your circumstances. When you change your perspective from "I am stuck" to "I am being prepared," everything shifts. When you change your viewpoint from "nothing is happening" to "everything is happening beneath the surface," you begin to cooperate with the process instead of fighting against it. The Israelites experienced breakthrough at the Red Sea, not when the sea parted, but when Moses declared, "Do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." The breakthrough began with a perspective shift that preceded the physical miracle. Your breakthrough begins the moment you stop seeing your current situation as a prison and start seeing it as a preparation ground. When you change your perspective, you change your posture. And when you change your posture, you change your possibilities. Second truth: breakthrough requires breaking through internal barriers before external barriers. The greatest obstacles to your breakthrough are not the external circumstances you can see, but the internal limitations you cannot see. These internal barriers include limiting beliefs about what is possible, fear of change, comfort with the familiar, and resistance to the unknown. Many people pray for breakthrough while simultaneously holding on to the very mindsets that keep them stuck. They want their situation to change while their thinking remains the same. But breakthrough requires mental renovation, emotional healing, and spiritual maturation. You cannot enter your new season carrying the same thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that created your current season. Breakthrough demands that you become someone new, someone who can handle the life you are asking for. This internal work is often more challenging than changing external circumstances because it requires you to confront parts of yourself that you may have been avoiding. It requires you to release control, embrace uncertainty, and trust in possibilities you cannot yet see. Third truth: breakthrough often comes through breakdown of what is no longer serving you. Sometimes what you perceive as everything falling apart is actually everything falling into place. Sometimes what feels like loss is actually liberation. Sometimes what appears to be failure is actually the clearing away of what was preventing your success. I often have to remove things from your life that you are not willing to release voluntarily. I have to close doors that you are not ready to walk away from. I have to end seasons that you are not prepared to leave behind. This process can feel devastating because you are focused on what you are losing rather than what you are gaining. But I never take anything from you without giving you something better in return. I never close a door without opening a window. I never end a season without beginning a new one. The breakdown is not punishment. It is preparation. The dismantling is not destruction. It is reconstruction. The ending is not failure. It is the beginning of something better than you could have imagined. Fourth, truth. Breakthrough requires action in the face of uncertainty. Many people wait for certainty before they take action, but breakthrough requires taking action in the face of uncertainty. You cannot wait until you see the entire staircase before you take the first step. You cannot wait until you have all the answers before you begin moving forward. Faith is not the absence of uncertainty. It is action in the presence of uncertainty. Breakthrough comes when you step forward, even when you cannot see the path clearly. When you move forward, even when you do not know the outcome. The Israelites had to step into the Red Sea before it parted. They had to get their feet wet before they saw the miracle. They had to act in faith before they experienced the breakthrough. Your breakthrough is waiting on the other side of your willingness to act despite uncertainty. It is waiting for you to take the first step, make the first move, speak the first word, even when you cannot see how it will all work out. Fifth truth. Breakthrough often comes through people and opportunities you did not expect. I rarely work through the channels you expect or in the ways you anticipate. I specialize in surprise, in showing up through unexpected people and creating opportunities where you least expect them. You may be looking for breakthrough to come through your current job, but I may be preparing to open a door through a conversation with a stranger. You may be expecting breakthrough to come through your current relationship, but I may be preparing to bring someone new into your life. This is why it is important to remain open to possibilities beyond your current vision. Stay alert to opportunities that do not fit your preconceived notions. Be willing to consider options that you had not previously explored. Your breakthrough may come through a person you have not yet met, an opportunity you have not yet seen, or a path you have not yet considered. Keep your eyes open, your heart receptive, and your mind flexible. Sixth truth. Breakthrough creates momentum that attracts more breakthrough. Breakthrough is not usually a single event, but a series of connected events that build upon each other. One breakthrough creates the momentum for the next breakthrough, which creates the momentum for the next, and so on. This is why it is crucial to celebrate and acknowledge small breakthroughs along the way. Each small victory builds faith for the next level. Each minor breakthrough creates momentum for the major breakthrough that is coming. Do not despise small beginnings or dismiss incremental progress. The same power that creates small breakthroughs creates large ones. The same faith that moves small mountains moves large ones. The same God who opens small doors opens large ones. When you begin to experience breakthrough in one area of your life, expect it to spread to other areas. When you see progress in your finances, expect progress in your relationships. When you experience healing in your emotions, expect breakthrough in your career. Seventh truth. Breakthrough positions you to help others break through. Your season of stuckness is not just about your personal development. It is about your preparation to help others who will face similar challenges. The struggles you overcome become the strength you offer to others. The barriers you break through become the pathways you create for others. Every breakthrough you experience increases your capacity to facilitate breakthrough for others. Every obstacle you overcome gives you wisdom to help others navigate similar obstacles. Every victory you achieve becomes a testimony that encourages others to keep fighting for their own victory. This is why your breakthrough isn't just about you. It is about everyone whose life you will touch, with the wisdom, strength, and hope that you gain through this process. Your breakthrough has a ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal situation. When you understand that your breakthrough serves a purpose larger than your own comfort and success, it gives you strength to endure the process and motivation to keep moving forward even when the journey is difficult. Now let me give you 5 specific, actionable steps that will position you for breakthrough and help you move from stuckness to momentum in every area of your life. Step 1. Conduct a comprehensive breakthrough assessment to identify specific areas of stuckness and their root causes. Begin by creating a detailed map of where you feel stuck in your life. Divide a sheet of paper into 6 columns: career, relationships, personal growth, finances, health, and spiritual life. Under each column, write specifically where you feel stuck, how long you have felt this way, and what you believe is preventing progress. For each area of stuckness, dig deeper to identify the root cause. Is it fear of failure, fear of success, lack of clarity, lack of resources, limiting beliefs, or something else? Be brutally honest about what is really holding you back, not just what is convenient to blame. Next, identify the internal barriers that correspond to each external barrier. For example, if you are stuck in your career, the external barrier might be lack of opportunities, but the internal barrier might be fear of rejection or belief that you are not qualified for better positions. Finally, rate each area on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of how much it affects your overall life satisfaction. This will help you prioritize which areas to focus on first and where breakthrough would have the most significant impact. Step 2. Create a breakthrough preparation plan that develops the internal capacity needed for external change. For each area where you feel stuck, identify what kind of person you need to become to handle the breakthrough you desire. If you want a better job, what skills, mindset, and character qualities do you need to develop? If you want better relationships, what communication skills, emotional intelligence, and personal boundaries do you need to establish? Create specific action steps for developing these internal capacities. This might include reading certain books, taking specific courses, working with a coach or counselor, practicing new behaviors, or developing new habits. The key is to focus on becoming the person who can handle the life you want, rather than just trying to change your circumstances. Set aside time each week, specifically for breakthrough preparation activities. This might be 30 minutes of personal development reading, an hour of skill-building practice, or time spent in prayer and meditation about your growth areas. Treat this time as sacred and non-negotiable. Track your progress in developing these internal capacities. Keep a journal of insights, breakthroughs, and growth you experience. Celebrate small victories and acknowledge progress even when external circumstances have not yet changed. Step 3. Implement the strategic action, despite uncertainty approach to move forward without complete clarity. Identify one small action you can take in each area where you feel stuck, even if you do not have complete clarity about the outcome. This action should be something that moves you in the direction of your desired breakthrough, without requiring you to have all the answers. For example, if you feel stuck in your career, you might update your resume, reach out to one person in your network, or apply for one position that interests you. If you feel stuck in your relationships, you might have one honest conversation, set one boundary, or reach out to one person you have been avoiding. The key is to take action, despite uncertainty, not because you have certainty. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates opportunities. You cannot steer a parked car, but once you start moving, you can adjust your direction as you go. Commit to taking one small action each week in each area where you feel stuck. These actions do not have to be large or dramatic. They just need to be consistent and directional. Small, consistent actions compound over time to create significant change. Step 4. Develop a breakthrough support system that provides accountability, encouragement, and practical assistance. Identify people in your life who can support your breakthrough journey in different ways. You need people who will encourage you when you feel discouraged, challenge you when you need to be challenged, and celebrate with you when you experience victories. This support system might include a mentor who has achieved what you want to achieve, a peer who is on a similar journey, a coach or counselor who can provide professional guidance, and friends or family members who believe in your potential. Be specific about what kind of support you need from each person. Do you need someone to hold you accountable to your goals? Do you need someone to brainstorm solutions with you? Do you need someone to provide emotional support during difficult times? Schedule regular check-ins with your support system. This might be weekly calls with an accountability partner, monthly meetings with a mentor, or quarterly reviews with a coach. The key is to create structure around the support so that it actually happens consistently. Step 5. Create a breakthrough anticipation practice that keeps you alert to opportunities and prepared to act quickly when they arise. Develop a daily practice of visualizing your breakthrough and mentally rehearsing how you will respond when opportunities arise. This is not just positive thinking. It is practical preparation that trains your mind to recognize opportunities and your body to respond quickly when they appear. Each morning, spend few 10 minutes visualizing yourself living in the breakthrough you desire. See yourself in the new job, the healthy relationship, the improved financial situation, or whatever breakthrough you are seeking. Feel the emotions of success, gratitude, and fulfillment. This visualization primes your subconscious mind to notice opportunities that align with your vision. Create a breakthrough opportunity fund by setting aside resources that you can deploy quickly when opportunities arise. This might be money for education or training, time for pursuing new opportunities, or emotional energy for taking risks. Having resources ready allows you to act quickly when doors open. Develop the habit of saying yes to opportunities that align with your breakthrough vision, even if they feel uncomfortable or uncertain. Many breakthroughs come through opportunities that initially seem risky or unclear. Practice saying yes to small opportunities so that you are prepared to say yes to large ones. Keep a breakthrough opportunity journal. where you record potential opportunities, ideas, and insights that come to you throughout the day. Review this journal regularly to identify patterns and possibilities that you might otherwise miss. As you implement these steps, remember that breakthrough is a process, not an event. You are not trying to force immediate change, but positioning yourself for sustainable transformation. Some of these steps will produce quick results, while others will compound over time to create significant change. The key is consistency and patience. Trust the process even when you cannot see immediate results. Every action you take, every internal barrier you remove, every support system you build, it is preparing you for the breakthrough that is coming. Now I want you to close your eyes and receive this prayer that I am speaking over your life. Let these words penetrate the deepest places of your heart, where discouragement and hopelessness have taken root. My precious child, who feels trapped in circumstances that seem unchangeable, I speak breakthrough over your life right now. I declare that every barrier that has held you back is crumbling. Every wall that has confined you is falling. Every limitation that has defined you is being removed by my power. I speak movement over your stagnation. Where you have felt stuck, I release divine momentum. Where you have felt trapped, I open doors that no one can shut. Where you have felt hopeless, I restore expectation for good things to come. I speak clarity over your confusion. The path forward that has seemed unclear is becoming illuminated. The next steps that have seemed hidden are being revealed. The direction that has seemed uncertain is becoming obvious. I speak courage over your fear. You are not afraid of change anymore. You are not afraid of the unknown anymore. You are not afraid of failure anymore. You are bold, confident, and ready to step into everything I have prepared for you. I speak timing over your impatience. My timing is perfect, and you are exactly where you need to be, at exactly the right moment. What has felt like delay has been divine preparation. What has seemed like waiting has been strategic positioning. I speak provision over your lack. Everything you need for your breakthrough is already available to you. Every resource, every connection, every opportunity, every open door, it is all prepared and waiting for the right moment to be released into your life. I speak favor over your frustration. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not passed by. You are chosen, appointed, and positioned for breakthrough that will exceed your expectations. I speak strength over your weariness. You have not given up, and you will not give up. You have what it takes to see this through to victory. You have the endurance to outlast every obstacle and the persistence to overcome every challenge. Now, I want you to declare these truths over your own life. Speak them with authority, knowing that you are not just hoping for breakthrough, but declaring what is already yours. I am not stuck. I am being prepared. I am not trapped. I am being positioned. I am not forgotten. I am being remembered. I am not behind. I am right on time. I am not lacking. I am fully equipped. I am not weak. I am being strengthened. I am not hopeless. I am full of expectation. My breakthrough is not coming. My breakthrough is here. I am not a victim of my circumstances. I am a victor over my circumstances. I do not just survive my challenges. I thrive through my challenges. Feel these declarations resonating in your spirit. Let them become the new soundtrack of your heart, replacing the old songs of discouragement and defeat. You are about to experience breakthrough in ways you never imagined. You are about to see doors open that you never knew existed. You are about to receive opportunities that you never thought possible. Your season of stuckness is ending. Your season of breakthrough is beginning. Everything is about to change in the most beautiful ways. My beloved child, as we conclude this time together, I want you to know that you are leaving this moment fundamentally different than when you arrived. The words you have heard today have not just informed your mind, they have transformed your reality. You are no longer someone who is stuck. You are someone who is breaking through. You are no longer someone who is trapped. You are someone who is breaking free. You are no longer someone who is waiting for change. You are someone who is creating change. The breakthrough you have been praying for, hoping for, and working toward is not just possible, it is inevitable. It is not just coming someday, it is beginning today. It is not just a dream, it is your destiny. In the days ahead, you will begin to notice things shifting in your life. Opportunities will present themselves that were not there before. Conversations will happen that open new possibilities. Ideas will come to you that provide solutions you had not considered. People will enter your life who can help you move forward in ways you never expected. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that your breakthrough is unfolding exactly as I have planned. Pay attention to these signs. Act on these opportunities. Trust these divine appointments. There will be moments when the old feelings of stuckness try to return, when the familiar thoughts of limitation attempt to reclaim territory in your mind. When this happens, remember what you have learned today. Remember that breakthrough is not just about changing your circumstances, but about changing your perspective. You now have the tools to create momentum in any area of your life. You have the wisdom to identify what is holding you back and the strategies to move forward. You have the support system to encourage you and the anticipation practice to keep you alert to opportunities. Most importantly, you have the unshakable knowledge that I am with you in this process. I am not just watching your breakthrough unfold. I am orchestrating it. I am not just hoping for your success. I am ensuring it. I am not just supporting your progress. I am directing it. Your breakthrough will not just change your life. It will change the lives of everyone around you. The momentum you create will inspire others to break through their own barriers. The victories you achieve will encourage others to pursue their own victories. The testimony you develop will become a tool I use to help others believe that breakthrough is possible for them too. Remember that breakthrough is not a destination but a way of life. Once you learn to move from stuckness to momentum, you will never have to stay stuck again. You will carry this wisdom with you into every season, every challenge, and every opportunity that lies ahead. Tomorrow, you will wake up as someone who expects breakthrough, who creates his breakthrough, and who lives in breakthrough. You will approach your day not as someone who is hoping for change, but as someone who is actively creating change. The world is about to see a new version of you, the version that has learned to break through barriers, overcome obstacles, and create momentum in every area of life. This version of you has been waiting to emerge, and now it is time. Come back tomorrow, and I will have another message for your heart. I will continue to speak breakthrough over your life, to strengthen your faith and to guide you into the fullness of everything I have prepared for you. Until then, remember this: you are not stuck. You are not trapped. You are not forgotten. You are breaking through, breaking free, and breaking into the most amazing season of your life. Your breakthrough begins now. I love you beyond measure.